I've been at Presbyterian College. This is my 26th season as a head coach on the smallest Division I schools in the country. It's just been a real blessing to stay at one place, especially in the college coaching ranks.
Go! Help him out! Help him out! That's the boy. Thinking about your follow-through.
And to be at one school for that many years is incredible. But this isn't a basketball story.
I was just a stay-at-home mom for many years since I had my two children. That was fulfilling enough to me. I just kept feeling I had more to give in some way. I felt like there was more that the Lord wanted me to do.
In 2006, she gathered us for a meeting, and it was the first meeting she's ever called and got us all together. She just started talking about what she'd been praying about, wanted to get all our feelings on becoming foster parents.
She told us the extent to which these children would come in. It would be abuse, neglect, substance abuse. She just really felt the call to open our home up to give these children a fresh start.
They did not question it. They did not doubt it. They were just on board from the get-go, even though they had no clue what it actually meant, the magnitude of what we were getting ready to do. We were basically opening ourselves up to a life I didn't know. They do every type of background check, criminal background checks and things like that. They do a home inspection, they do a fire inspection. From there you do a medical exam, which is pretty much a routine medical exam. As a result of that test, we discovered that Gregg had prostate cancer.
You know, if we don't do this fostering, I don't have this physical. I mean, the doctor knew me. I probably wasn't going to get in there and do a PSA test.
It was all the more confirmation for us that this is what we were supposed to do and that this is what they were supposed to do.
That was not any coincidence that the Lord had been at work in this all the time, and probably His timing was perfect for us to give in to His call for foster care, probably to save my husband's life at the same time. It probably hadn't been 3 weeks, maybe a month since our license had been approved, and Gregg was at work and I was at Belk shopping, and my phone rang. It was a representative from DSS. They just told me, "We may have a baby for you." And I sat down in the floor of Belk's in the women's department, pulled out my phone and called my husband and said, "They have a baby for us that's in the hospital." I'm walking down the hall of the children's hospital, and I'm peeking in the rooms as I'm walking by, and I happened to look in one room and I saw a nurse in there holding this beautiful baby boy. And I said, "Oh God, please let that be Marcus." And I kept walking toward the nurse's station, and they said, "You just actually passed his room."
We looked at him exactly like we looked at our own two children, on how much we loved them and how much he was just born right into this family. We're heading to Vanderbilt University to have prostate cancer surgery, and he's riding right in there. We've only had him a few days, and he's right in there, with us. And, looking at him like there's no doubt he's our angel. The first few months were really traumatic.
He had shaken baby syndrome, so his neck muscles, they didn't work, and so he was just tilted back with his hands clenched.
He cried a lot. He cried when you put him down. He cried when you changed him. He cried, he just cried a lot for no reason.
It wasn't a cry of like a cry, "I'm hungry." It was a cry of distress. To see that on a 5-month-old face was incredible. After the surgery, and I'm rehabbing, and then we're walking him down that driveway, walking, and he's on my shoulders. I don't know if we're rehabbing each other, but he's rehabbing me. To hear later on the giggling and the laughing and open up those fists, Peggy got him to open up those fists for the love that she gave to him.
A lot of foster parents don't think that they're in it to adopt. That was never our intention. We wanted to just foster and help as many as we could. I remember praying one night as it got closer and closer to a decision being made. Lord, if he can just find a new home before he calls us mommy and daddy, maybe before he starts to speak.
Monday, 9:02 p.m.
This is Marcus. Have a great day. I love you, Miss Peggy. I love you.
It was the hardest day of my life. when we had to put Marcus in the backseat of a car. I just wanted what God wanted for him.
He was our son for 2.5 years. Calling Peggy mom and, me dad and putting somebody in the car there, But knowing it was the most right thing to do, knowing without a doubt the selfishness we would have had to say we wanted to adopt him was not the right thing to do. Was it hard? Oh yeah. It was the most glorious thing to do to know where he was going.
And I remember saying, why would we ever do this again? And it wasn't, but probably 2 weeks later the phone rang and they had another little baby girl for us.
She didn't flinch. She took her in a flash. I knew that she was going to do it again because she has that passion and that love for children. There's probably been over 35, 36 babies that have come in here since. They all, love her, and she shows them that love and what really love is. She is making an incredible impact on their heart and their mind.
People like Peggy and Gregg serve as this bridge from the dark days of a child that have been abused, neglected, and abandoned, to allow them to see some light where there's actually love in this world, unconditional love, nurturing love.
It's just amazing to me the way that she loves 100%. Kind of gets her heart ripped out when they leave, and then, she's ready to go in a couple of days again. She knows if she gets another call, she'll be ready to go again.
Whether it's 2.5 months or 2.5 years or 2.5 weeks, she puts everything into these children, and she loves them like they're her own.
The more we've done, the more I've come to realize this is not about me. It's not about my emotions. It's not about my broken heart. It's about the babies, what they need going forward, and what the best plan is for them.
We all got blessed, unbelievable, because of what she did in her obedience, to the Lord. And all the things that come out of this, whether it be, that cancer or whatever, that ain't nothing. It's been a life changer for all of us because of Peggy's decision that day.